Alright guys, it's Friday afternoon, we're back at it again. Probably the last full weekend of bow season. Muzzleloader comes in next Saturday. So we're back out here in Hanover at our little urban spot here. It's hot today, it's like 80 degrees. So hopefully we'll have some lake movement today if we see anything. All the water has gone down, it's been dry this week, so this little creek bottom we've been hunting in here, I hunted a couple weeks ago and saw a few doe and a small buck. We're gonna get back in here today. We got a south wind, which basically this creek runs north and south, so it's blowing us up and down the creek here. So we're going here and try it again and see what we got. We'll give you an update in a little while.
Hey, what's up guys? I haven't even made it to my stand yet. I was coming up this creek bottom and I bumped into some deer. One of them is a real nice buck in here chasing does. It's October 23rd. He's in here chasing does in this bottom. Him and I had a 5-minute stare down at about 75 yards, and he went back to chasing. He's chasing two does. He took them up this bottom towards where Todd's at. Got my blood pumping, man. I ain't even made it. I'm not even halfway to my stand. I just left Todd. He's about 100 yards behind me down here. Man, it's 80 degrees. It's early, October 23rd. It just goes to show you, man, this time of year you gotta be in the woods. You never know what's gonna happen. So, alright, man, hopefully something good happens tonight. I'll be in touch as the night goes on. Y'all hang with us. This deer's right up here. He's about 75 to 100 yards in front of me. He's still chasing these does. He's down at this bottom in front of me. I'm just contemplating. I might just stay here on the ground. I feel like if I try to walk to my stand, I'm not gonna do anything but bump him out of here. But he's right here. He's right here in front of me.
Alright guys, quick update here. I got up in the stand here. This whole bottom was washed out last week with water in it. It's about 10 till 5. BA is hunting probably about 150, 200 yards down this creek south of me. He was walking into his stand and he saw a real tall rat buck running does down there, bumping does. So we know there's a buck in here, and he said it's definitely a shooter, good sized deer. So I'm going to cut you off here and give you an update in a little while. Hopefully these acorns are still in this bottom. I see a lot of them still on the ground here. I'm dropping. So maybe that doe will come up in here and maybe a whole big boy follow behind her. We'll see. But I'll keep you updated and let you know what's going on. Alright guys, quick update here. Brad's on the ground behind me about 100 yards where you saw that buck bumping those does around back there, and he just saw him going to the pines that cut over here to my east, and it's probably like 100 yards or so things are looking good. At least we know there's a nice buck in here very close to us, so stick with us. I'll give you an update when I know more, if we'll at least see him or a doe or something in here. They seem like they're active this evening.
Alright guys, it's about 5 o'clock. I finally made it to my stand. That buck that was chasing those does, he went into the cutover. Right underneath of a stand that we hung this summer. And he was working his way up towards Todd, so I didn't want to screw Todd up. I didn't want him to sit on the ground 100 yards behind him all night. So I had an opportunity to get out of there, and I got out of there. But I don't think it was a wall hanger buck, but it was a nice buck. It was a big, tall rack buck, big body deer. Big body deer. And I'm not 100% sure it wasn't a second buck in there that was with him chasing those does, but when all the action broke loose, my first instinct was to grab my bow and not my camera, so I didn't get any of it on camera. But I got a good look at him about 60 yards in front of me chasing does and grunting. Man, it was a heck of a sight. So that's what we do this for. I came in here tonight with the intention of maybe shooting a doe, but it's hard to do that when you know the bucks are chasing the does. So we'll see. Y'all stick with us. Hopefully Todd will have some action up there. Hopefully that buck will make its way towards him. So, all right, check in with you soon.
Spike just came through. This is like maybe the same spike or a four-pointer on this doe. Alright guys, a little quick update here. I just had a doe come over my left shoulder here, coming down off of the ridge, crossed the creek, trotting, and she stopped. And then I got some footage of like a spike or four-pointer that came down the creek in front of me here, and it lost that doe. And he went on back up into the cutover. She came right by me within 15 yards, and got in the creek up here. And it looks like she urinated in the creek while she was standing there getting water. She urinated, and then she got up there where that buck went in, and another buck came out of it. It looked like it might be the same deer, either a four-pointer. Came off the hill, and I got footage of him and chased her down the creek. So we're getting a little there's a squirrel on the edge here. We got deer in here running all around. I haven't seen the big one yet, but that buck just chased that doe down the creek there. So hopefully they'll stay in here, maybe get some action and bring some other deer in here. So stick with us. We'll see what's going on. I'll update you soon. We still got a lot of daylight left, and we're getting some overcast in here now, so stay tuned. Alright guys, a little update here. It's about 10 till 6. I just had another buck come through here 10 yards from a stand, following the same track that doe came through on. He got down here, he had lost a track in that creek. He's down here in front of me about 60, 70 yards trying to pick it back up going through the timber. So it's getting hot in here. That doe must be getting ready to come in because we've seen bucks chasing them, and I just had one chase it, and here's another one on his trail here. So stay with me. I got about another hour of light here, so maybe something else will come through, or see what happens. I'll give you an update. Hey guys, a little update. Deer movement. Squirrel just barked at me. The deer movement has slowed down. Pretty much had my bow in my hand the whole 6 and some. Looks like we got somewhat of a hot doe in here. The bucks are starting to bump around a little bit, so I had my bow in my hand the whole time. And we're in this urban hunting here, and across the road over here, one of the neighbors is putting on a free concert for us, so it's pretty cool. Haven't been to any concerts this year, so it's pretty cool hunting and listening to a free concert all in one night, so you can't beat that. I guess that's what urban hunting's all about. You never know what's going to happen. Got another deer coming, another deer coming. It's one of those little bucks. It's one of those little bucks. Alright guys, as I was saying, we got a free concert going on and we're hunting all the same evening, so it can't be so bad. And I look up and here comes that little buck. It was the second one that came through here on that doe's track. He went on up through there, and that first buck must have took that doe on out of here, and I had done some calling earlier, did a few deer bleats, and sure enough that joker come back through here and jumped the creek and come right over and looked right up at me and walked right on through, going on behind me, and cut over on the other side of the creek. So pretty cool encounters. I've had some close encounters today, so I think things are heating up, so it can only get better. Still got another 20 minutes or so of shooting light, so I'm going to sit back here and see if anything else comes through and enjoy the free concert. Had another deer come by me here. It looked like a doe. Came the same direction that last buck went. It looked like a doe.
All right, everybody. Well, we're back here to wrap it up at the trucks. We had a heck of a night out here in the woods, man. I was walking into the stand, and I bumped into some deer that I think already had a chase going on. There was tracks just all up and down the bottom in front of me, and I bumped into this deer, and we had a stare down for like 5 or 10 minutes, about 60, 75 yards. He was, not a wall hanger, but I think he was a shooter buck for sure, like real tall rack deer. And about that time, a smaller buck chase the does that he was on, and he followed them right on up towards Todd. And then it looked to me like the bigger buck never actually left the bottom we were in. He went back towards another one of my stands, and the smaller buck was the one that took one of the does up towards Todd. So, Todd, you go ahead, man. You give the ending to this story.
Yeah, a little while after Brad, I'm up there scrambling. He had texted me, said he saw bucks in there chasing. So I get up in the stand, I'm hustling, getting my stuff straight, and I could hear the deer in the cutover. And eventually, a doe bound off the hill. Buck came down through there, lost her. The doe walked right on through me about 15 yards. Got down in the creek down there, got a drink of water, walked on, and then as she's down there, the buck had went through it, lost her, come back and chased her down the creek. A little while later, another buck came through on the exact same track, couldn't find her when he got in the creek, circled around, and then right at dark, he come right by me again, right up to the tree. I'd been doing some bleat calling and stuff since it looks like there's some rut activity going on. They're bumping does around in here, so I don't know if he came back to me for that, but he come right to the tree. Looked up at me, walked on, and I had one other deer at the end come by me again. Looked like it might have been a doe. I couldn't get really much footage of her, but I threw the binoculars up. I didn't see any rack. So saw 4 or 5 deer. They were definitely chasing, bumping does around. So last week, October is coming on here, so it looks like stuff's getting right here. So it ought to be exciting moving into muzzleloader next weekend. So looking forward to getting the smoke pole in the hand.
Yeah, it was an exciting night. That's really the first rut activity we've had since we've been in the stands this year, and I mean, it's only going to get better from here. So y'all hang with us. We'll see you on the next one.